Everyone needs a good breakfast. Made in the morning stays crunchy, even in milk.
It's Made in the Morning here on Alive 107.3. A brand new episode of TNA Impact dropped just hours ago on TNA Plus for us here in the UK. An action-packed show which saw the UK's own Danny Luna involved in a dog collar match with Indy Hartwell, a new number one contender for the X Division titles crown. But don't worry, no spoilers here. You can see this week's TNA Impact anytime you want. Just head to watch.tnawrestling.com and sign up to TNA Plus. It has been a crazy couple of weeks with everything that's been going on, from new TV deals and champions being crowned to the ongoing situation between TNA and NXT, which has led to the blockbuster announcement of a steel cage match on next week's Thursday Night Impact. To talk about that and everything else that's going on, I'm delighted to be joined by the power in TNA, the Director of Authority. Let's say a very good morning to Santino Marella. Santino, are you there?
Yes, I am. Thank you so much. It's a wonderful introduction. Thank you.
Santino, thank you for joining me. Obviously, if you saw Final Resolution last week on TNA Plus, we saw that brawl breakout at the end between TNA and NXT. And as part of trying to regain order, we saw your own son-in-law, NXT Stacks, deliver a straight right hand to your jaw, knocking you out. And I'm going to steal something from Tom Hannifin here. What is the latest on the injury update with yourself? How do you feel, my friend?
Yeah, no, I wasn't injured. I had my bell rung a little bit, but um, they're not married yet. I have to make that clear. They're engaged, so but everyone calls him my son-in-law. But yeah, he's not my son-in-law yet. Yeah, we have to obviously we talked about it, but we have some more figuring out to do, if you will. But he's expressed remorse, caught up in the moment, etc., etc. I'm not really happy about it, but that's where we're at right now.
Obviously, there has been an awful lot of growing animosity between the two locker rooms over the past couple of weeks. The rivalry continues to grow between TNA and NXT. And as a result of what happened last week, we saw that announcement that you made earlier this week on TNA socials. Thursday, December the 18th, just over a week away now, the two companies going to go head to head in a steel cage match. Do you feel that this will actually resolve anything between the two companies, get you back on a level playing field, as this relationship had been going so well before it had flared up again, due to, in my opinion, the actions of Robert Stone?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. So from the office, I mean, TNA, WWE, NXT, the relationship between the offices is excellent. The locker rooms have a lot of respect for each other. There is an element somewhere where there's a bad influence somewhere, and I thought it was Robert Stone as well. I now doubt that it's Robert Stone, but that's once we get to the bottom of that, I believe that everything will kind of fall into place again. But hopefully after that steel cage match, I mean, you can't get much bigger than that. You can't. There's nowhere to really go past that. So, that has to be the event that kind of restores order, if you will.
How do you feel? You mentioned obviously the locker rooms do have respect for each other, but obviously since this partnership has begun, there has been a lot of toing and froing. There's been some dream matches that we've seen involving the two of them, but there has been this situation where titles have been traded between the two organizations. How much extra animosity, how much unrest does that actually create in the locker rooms, in the back? We know obviously Steve Macklin, very, very proud of previously holding that international title. He spoke vocally about the fact that TNA titles being held by wrestlers from other promotions. What is the atmosphere when those changes take place?
I think that, well, from what I've noticed and how I relate it to myself as well, anytime one of our titles goes to NXT talent. I think all it really does is elevate the TNA talent. The already hungry locker room and the already hungry talent just change gears, and they just become even more disciplined, more focused, more vicious, and it really forces them to elevate, to improve and get it back. So the end result, anytime a title has gone over there, the end result is that we have gotten it back and we're better off for it.
Have you been impressed with how the locker room has galvanized when those championships have changed hands and have gone across? There has been a much more a united front, and many people that would have been normally adversaries in the TNA locker room have been combined under this new TNA passion.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I've seen people that normally don't hang out or very cordial with each other, um, get on the same page. But once that title's back in our hands, there's an unspoken understanding that it's back to every man for himself on this end. So they're temporary alliances, uh, but I've seen them. Yeah,
And I mentioned obviously Steve Macklin there, and Stax, obviously the man that's engaged to your daughter. Obviously, they traded the TNA International title this past week, Final Resolution. As the Director of Authority, can you share any information? Will we see a rematch? Will Steve Macklin get a chance to get his hands on that title back anytime soon?
yeah, absolutely. I'm working on a rematch immediately.
We cannot wait to see when that takes place. Of course, you can catch TNA Impact each and every week at Thursday nights, currently on Access TV in the States. I say the phrase currently because, of course, huge news broke just over a week ago and it sent the Twitter sphere absolutely crazy. We know starting January the 15th, Thursday Night Impact is moving to AMC, a new channel, a new time at 9 to 11 Eastern. Tickets for the historic event are on sale right now. Santino, obviously, this move puts TNA Thursday Night Impact into over 65 million homes in the US. Just between you, me, and the listeners, what can we expect? Is there going to be any changes as we come get set for January the 15th? How excited are you about AMC and the impact it's going to have?
Yeah, I mean, personally, I don't want to see any changes, but you know, what got us to the dance, so to speak, is what we should focus on holding on to. We're just excited that there's going to be a lot of new people that haven't seen us before that are going to get to watch us and make a decision whether they like us or not, because we have a pretty good track record with people liking what we do, whether they're professional wrestling fans or just civilians that don't even watch wrestling. They get a kick out of it. There's something for everybody. Where we have uh, role models for men and women, hardworking people that are involved in the communities, strong, smart, intelligent women and men. Our locker rooms are stacked full of talented people, so we're excited, not nervous. We're excited about a whole new audience that's going to get to know us.
And also this first showing that comes your way Thursday, January the 15th, it is going to be live on AMC. How different is it actually to be able to perform live in front of an audience as opposed to a tape delay on it? How different is it for yourself and for the crew?
Yeah, I mean, even the crew now that may be accustomed to doing live to tape, we still do pay-per-views, and the pay-per-views are still live, so it's not like it's completely foreign to do it. If we ever get to a point where we're doing it every week, that's pretty exceptional. That's a lot of travel. That's a lot of flying, a lot of hotels, a lot of moving the production trucks and everything. Um, but it is also exciting knowing that as you're doing something, it's being viewed by so many people, and you can't make a mistake. Sometimes with a tape show, you can make an error, And I remember back in the day hearing stories of WWE when it was like SmackDown where someone messed up a finish and they sent them out there to redo the finish, and then to the television audience later, they didn't know what happened, they couldn't see it, but awkward for the live audience that night. But yeah, so it's definitely unforgiving when it's live. You got to do it right. You got to be able to hit your marks. You got to be able to do execute maneuvers, 10 out of 10 times. So there's a little extra layer of pressure, but like I said, it's not nervousness. That pressure just excites these guys. These are hungry, capable athletes that thrive under pressure, to be honest.
They thrive under pressure. They deliver week on week, show after show. And if you haven't seen TNA before, and maybe you're coming to it for the first time, you need to make sure you get Thursday, January 15th in your diary. It's the start of the AMC era. So very excited about this. So very psyched for it. And obviously, you say this is going to be the start of a new era. You have seen many eras in your career, your illustrious career. It's fantastic, and obviously, as part of this partnership with NXT, you have appeared in the NXT universe quite a lot over the past few months. How do you feel when you walk out into the NXT universe as opposed to the TNA one, and you hear the crowd react in the way you do? Because as a fan watching that, you seem to have an extra smile, a little bounce in your step when you do it. How does it actually feel for yourself?
Yeah, there's definitely that, nice to be home feeling when I go back there. But that being said, when I walk out to a TNA stage, it is the same feeling. I think the people that watch wrestling for TNA were people that watched WWE back in the day, because some of the love I get, it's because we have a long relationship, and I've been in TNA for 3 years, and the love I get is from a relationship that's longer than 3 years. So there's people that I think, like the wrestling fans, it's kind of universal. I don't know if anyone can really watch all the wrestling that takes place, but sometimes you kind of digest it through social media, and you may not have, because I don't know who has time to watch all the wrestling, but there's definitely a lot of overlap with the fans. That's for sure. They watch multiple products.
You can watch and be part of this historic event right now. You can get your tickets for TNA's Thursday Night's Impact debut on AMC by heading to tnawrestling.com. Do not go anywhere.
AMC is the new home of TNA Thursday Night Impact.
This is TNA's greatest stage.
Every Thursday at 9. Non-stop drama. Non-stop thrills. Total non-stop action.
It is like electricity.
TNA Thursday Night Impact starts January 15th at 9. Live on AMC.
It's Mid in the Morning here on Live 107.3. Lee, delighted to be joined by the TNA Director of Authority, Santino Marella. Santino, are you still with me, my friend?
I sure am. Yeah.
Santino, if it's all right, I mean, we're sitting here just now, we're approaching the end of 2025. And if we can just for a second look back at some of the amazing things that have happened this year under your watch, Santino. This is the thing. How many of these would have actually been on your bingo card at the start of the year? So I'm just going to run through some of these, okay? Joe Hendry wins the TNA World title and appears at WrestleMania. Leon,
Yeah.
I mean, that's crazy. Leon Slater becomes the youngest X Division champion in history. Uh, in July, Slammiversary, TNA set a new North American attendance record, 7,623. Just 3 months later, in October, you smash that again, 7,794 people at the Lowell for Bound for Glory.
Right.
Team 3D return for their final match, and this is the one which I cannot believe I'm saying, but AJ Styles returned to TNA Wrestling. Even saying that right now, I'm getting goosebumps here. What has been your personal highlight for 2025?
Man. Joe Hendry appearing at WrestleMania was incredible. I jumped out of my seat, and for someone to make me do that, that's incredible. Leon Slater, I'm a massive fan of his as a wrestler, but more so as a human being. I was in the ring when we signed the contract between the Hardys and the Dudleys, and it was like I was a kid in a candy store. It was incredible. And then breaking records. I mean, like breaking that record, it's been incredible. For me personally, I got a chance to tag with my daughter this year. That's also in 2025.
Mhm.
So it's been it's been an incredible year. Man, I don't want this year to end. Now that you listed all that stuff, I mean, upward and onward for 2026, but 2025 has definitely been one for the history books. And on a personal note, like 2024 was a big year for me because it was 20 years since I packed up and moved to Japan. And 2025 was a big year because it was 20 years since I packed up and moved to OVW. 2026 is 20 years that I got signed with WWE, and 2027 is 20 years that I debuted. So I'm having all these incredible 20-year anniversaries over the next few years that I anticipate to continue to have incredible years marking these anniversaries.
It's going to be incredible, and as a fan, it's great, and I find it hard to believe actually when you say that it has been that long for you. It seems like only
Right,
yesterday that I was sitting watching, and I remember seeing the Milan Miracle as it was,
right.
live on Sky Sports back in the day.
Yeah,
Who?
and I also, sorry, I also I won a Jiu-Jitsu World Championships this year in 2025. It was a personal thing to come back from injuries and neck fusions and all these things to get myself to a place where I was able to go out there and perform and have my day and win the competition and then win the open weight. So there's been a lot of exclamation marks on recovery, and it's been an incredible year.
It has been absolutely incredible. And as we head into 2026, and I know time is against us, and there's a couple of things I want to try and squeeze in as we head into 2026, Santino. Uh, if you could pick one male and one female superstar from the TNA wrestling
Okay,
roster
yeah.
that you think is going to have a breakout year, who do you think those individuals would be?
A male that's going to have a breakout year. Oh, wow, interesting. We have, man, it's hard to say breakout because they've already had great years. Man, I mean, they had the breakouts. That's a good question, Joe. You caught me off guard. I guess I'll continue to say Leon. I mean, he's kind of already had a breakout year, but I believe he's going to break out even further. And I think Zaya Brookside, man, she's poised to have an incredible year as well.
Yes, we will remind you of these when we speak next year. Okay, Santino, here it is. It's the final thing we like to do with every TNA wrestling superstar. I have in front of me the names of 5 stars from the locker room. I would like to say the first thing that jumps into your head, if you could. Are you up
Okay.
for a round of the name game?
Yes.
All right, so name number 1, JDC.
Oh man, veteran. He's retiring right now, so I'll give him the veteran tag.
Name number 2, Marashade.
Oh wow, great new addition. Yeah,
Name number 3, The Good Hands.
the good hands. They are good boys. Good boys.
Name number 4, Aisha Edwards.
Oh man, she's like heart and soul of the female locker room.
And name number 5, Tom Hannifin.
Oh man, he is the glue that holds this thing together. And if you look at, he's so good at what he does, and he is so professional. He's like when he came on board, you know, like the trajectory of the company kind of coincided when he came on board. I believe he adds a very distinguished and polished look to the product. He is a big leaguer. Someone messed up when they got rid of him because anyway, we're glad to have him. He is incredible.
He is indeed. You can hear Tom, you can see the superstars of TNA Thursday Night Impact each and every week here in the UK on TNA Plus, and from January the 15th in the US, it moves to AMC. A brand new channel, a brand new era. You can get your tickets for that right now by heading to tnawrestling.com. Director of Authority, Santino Marella, thank you so very much for taking the time, my friend.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you. That was fun.
AMC is the new home of TNA Thursday Night Impact.
This is TNA's greatest stage.
Every Thursday at 9. Non-stop drama. Non-stop thrills. Total non-stop action.
It is like electricity.
TNA Thursday Night Impact starts January 15th at 9. Live on AMC.